alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to Salam Media, the first Jummah post Ramadan. It's a rainy, cold day here in Jozi, and it is exactly 28 minutes past 3 Central African time. It is my absolute pleasure to announce myself for my debut segment, which is called Restaurant Reviews by Riz. So this segment is very much linked to what I do and who I am. So if you don't know me, allow me a few minutes just to introduce myself. I am a mom of five, sorry, lost one kid there. Mom of five, I'm a foodie. I would describe myself as technologically challenged, but here I am. I started off an Instagram page about 8 years ago to give businesses and homeowners a voice and space to share what they are passionately doing for their businesses. I realized that this is a space much needed for all Muslim business owners when I myself had a business online as well. So now I've partnered with Salam Media to bring you Reviews by Riz. Reviews by Riz will be talking a whole lot of different things from foods, restaurants, skincare, technology, cell phones, gadgets, and who knows, you might even get me behind a car. I am a licensed driver, so don't worry. For my debut, Alhamdulillah, we are going to be chatting about a beautiful brand called La Cabonada. So, La Cabonada is a Muslim owned mocktail brand. So, if you have a peep, it does even say established in 1442 after Hijrah. I absolutely loved that. There are 9 beautiful flavors available, including apple teeny, Isfahan, virgin mojito, kiwi Malau, Isfahan, mango colada, chili fresa, pina picante, midnight cherry, and peach fresca. So we're going to talk a little bit about the colors. As you can see, there are beautiful, vibrant colors available. This one here is your midnight cherry. These are your 2 sugar-free ones that are available. We'll talk more about that as we get into it. Let me just replay the colors for you guys so that you can see it nice and clear. So here we go. We've got the midnight cherry in the nice vibrant purple. We've got Isfahan in the beautiful pink. We've got the 2 sugar-free, which is orange and like a milky color. We also have 3 green ones. The lightest green is your crisp apple teeny. The milky one is your pina picante. And we have the brightest green is your kiwi Malau. Okay, so that is the different colors. Let's talk a little bit about the bottle and the packaging of the La Cabonada bottles. So if you see if you guys are not following us, please, you can follow at Rizzy_D. I've shared a link so that you can actually tap the link and follow us straight onto our YouTube channel, where we will be sharing images which will help to understand what I'm saying. So back here, we are actually talking about the bottle. As you can see, a lovely, beautiful, elegant glass bottle with all information. They are Sinha approved as well on the glass bottle. And it's a lovely matte black label with metallic matching the colors of your drink. They recently just introduced a twist bottle. So that might not be on the shelves everywhere. It's a new thing right now. It definitely adds to the convenience of a grab and go drink, twist and drink, but some might still have the need for an opener. So this is relatively new, but I absolutely love the concept. Let's get into the 9 delicious flavors. I had the absolute pleasure of tasting all 9 for you guys for today. So we're going to start off with the Isfahan. Okay, just waiting for video to come through. So this one here, as you can see, it's the beautiful pink Just take a look at the gas. It's not too gassy. It goes down nicely. The lychee flavor is a more prominent flavor, whereas the rose is more subtle. I don't know why I tasted a little bit of berry. Maybe it's just my unexpertise taste buds that are coming through there, but we'll ask Nabeelah, who will be joining us a little bit later, if there was any berry ingredients in the Isfahan as well. Moving on to the next one, this is the Pina Picante. So here again, I loved the murky color. It's definitely from that ginger. Although it's pina, which is the first part, is the pineapple, that's a more subtle taste for me because I got hit with a really strong ginger flavor. If you guys like stony ginger beer, this one here is absolutely for you. You're going to love it, as this is ginger beer that went to private school. It's absolutely delicious with that hint of pineapple. It's inspired by the Caribbean. So this was absolutely tasty as well. Moving on to the apple teeny. This sounds like a martini. This one here was definitely predominantly for a green apple. You get that sweet, sour flavor of a green apple. It's really fun and nice for summer. It's a really elevated summer drink, and I absolutely love it. Moving now on to the next flavor, we have the kiwi Malau. So the kiwi Malau, I was actually struggling to decipher what is the flavor. I would say there's an equal balance of the melon and the kiwi, and I think that's why it was difficult for me to actually say, oh, here's the kiwi or here's the melon. It was a beautiful blend of both. The peach fresha is the sweetest that I felt, and if you like sweet, this is definitely the one for you. It does have after notes of a fresh cucumber, but this one here is definitely a popular one because it goes really well with a lot of different Indian drinks as well. This one here, the chili frisca, this one here is like taking you back into your childhood, right? Here we go, the chili. Okay, so when I tasted this for the first time, I thought of hot tamales and fireballs. It takes you back to those madrasa days when they used to sell the fireballs outside the madrasa, and you trying to keep that fireball in, and it's burning you on the tongue, and you finally get the courage to bite into that sweet chappy, and then you have that calm sweetness. This is definitely what the chili frisca did. It's so much of fun. It's really just elevated fun in a glass bottle. I absolutely loved it. Takes you back into nostalgic days of fireballs. It's really nice. I loved that instant burn that you get, but it's mild. It's not terrible. Moving on now to the Midnight Cherry. This is so romantic. This one here is for date night, guys. Absolutely loved this dark, deep, mysterious, strong cherry flavor. It's more of the Turkish cherries, so that's a lot of a harsh cherried flavor, but it's so good. It's really tasty and yummy. The last two that we are talking about are the recent adds to the range. These are, you can see the labels are different. These are the sugar-free ones. This one here is the mango colada. So the mango colada to me tasted more like a long green mango, and it gave a little bit of a sour taste, and then that very soft, subtle end taste of coconut as well. Virgin Mojito is definitely most awaited from La Cabonada. Thank you, guys. We always wanted this. This year is so fun for you to make your own La Cabonada drinks and really get into your mocktail spirit. We're going to go for a quick ad break, and inshallah after the ad break we're going to be joined by co-founder Nabeelah Bahadur, and she's going to be telling us a little bit more about this beautiful brand La Cabonada. There is also a giveaway which is up for grabs, but we will be talking about that a little bit later, so stay tuned and make sure you catch the giveaway in the end.
This is Salam Media.
You South African, of course. You anxious about the future. We've got you covered. Build on your wealth portfolio with Randry Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange. Visit us at 151 Stephen Dlamini Road, Musgrave, Durban, or call us on 031 202 4700 for more information. Randry Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange, your passport to gold investment.
You know, it's a wonder how kids get anything done these days. With all the distractions, when do they even get time to study? As a mother, all I can really do is make sure they have all they need to perform at their best. That's why I choose to include Sunfoil, triple refined pure sunflower oil with every meal I make. Naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether I'm cooking, frying or baking, I know every dish will be a wholesome one. Sunfoil, now we're cooking.
Conveniently located along the banks of the Crocodile River bordering the Kruger National Park, as a guest at Buckler's Africa Lodge, one can enjoy an amazing sunrise or sunset on our spacious deck area while you catch a glimpse of some wildlife sightings along the Crocodile River. The sounds of the African savannah will greet you whilst you enjoy your morning coffee. Buckler's Africa Lodge by Tingana Collection. Buckler's Africa Lodge is ideally situated only 6 kilometers from the Crocodile Bridge Gate in the Kruger National Park. Catering for all travelers with variety, we have 4 types of the finest rooms: superior rooms, deluxe suites, and 2-bedroomed family units. Each room is equipped with the finest amenities to make your stay unforgettable. Guests can choose between the self-catering option or book their accommodation with breakfast and dinner included. Buckler's Africa Lodge is your ideal location for the ultimate Kruger getaway experience. We specialize in exhilarating and educational game drives in Kruger, tailor-made to suit your family. Inquire about our various accommodation offerings and other activities. Visit www.tingana.co.za for more information. Buckler's Africa Lodge by Tingana Collection. Experience the pulse of Africa with us.
Aman means safety.
The Aman School of Excellence in Finetown, South Africa, is securing the futures of underprivileged children by providing world-class education in a safe and nurturing environment. Sponsor a child for only 15,000 Rand per year or any amount. A quality education at Aman presents a pathway out of poverty and a brighter future for South Africa.
Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media, your humanitarian broadcaster.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome back. It is 41 minutes past 3 p.m. Central African time here in Jozi, and we are busy with the first Reviews by Riz, a brand new segment now on Salam Media every Friday afternoon. This is a space for all businesses and every single person out there that would like to just help get their word out there. So if you guys have a product or anything that you want us to review, please do get in touch with me. You can DM me on my Instagram page, Rizzy_D, or you can get me on my WhatsApp details, which will be shared a little bit later, inshallah. We were talking about La Cabonada drinks, and we are going to be joined by one of the co-founders, Nabeelah Bahadur, and she's going to be telling us a little bit more about this amazing product. Totally blown away. Thank you so much, Nabeelah, for the taste box. Myself and my children had an absolute party having it, writing down what we taste and what we liked. Everybody was fighting over the peach one, let me tell you that. Nabeelah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair for spending your first Friday post Ramadan with us here at Salam Media.
Jazakallah so much, Rosina and Salam Media team, for having me. I hope everyone is having a lovely day and is safe with this rainy weather here in Johannesburg.
So, Nubs, let's just get right into it. Can you tell us more about the La Cabonada brand and what sets you aside from the other mocktail brands that are out there on the market today?
So I think you've said so much about us. I don't even know where to start, but I think I'll start at the most basic, which is La Cabonada is actually a beverage company, and we craft a range of gourmet artisanal mocktails that are carbonated, non-alcoholic, halal, and vegan friendly. And each drink is essentially inspired by flavors from around the globe. So whether you're in the mood for something tropical, fruity, or a little exotic, we've obviously got a flavor for you. I think you mentioned our bottle comes in some beautiful packaging, which is inspired by
Loved it.
countries around the world. And it just gives you that premium look and feel. So whether you're sipping it at home or celebrating with friends and family, it always makes it feel like you're ordering something from a high-end restaurant. So just something extra special. We like to say it's a drink for anyone at any time. And it's just a full-on experience of flavor and fun.
What does the La Cabonada mean? And how did you come up with the name? It's not English, clearly La. I'm not sure what La is. So, what does it stand for? And how exactly did you come up with this name? Was it difficult? Was it something known from the start?
I think this is such an interesting question because you get this all the time. I think so many of our customers and people and friends and family that know us will always ask us, like, why did you pick such a unique and difficult? Well, they like to say it's difficult. And for myself, who actually comes from a Portuguese and Mozambican root, and myself and my co-founders, for us, we wanted to honor that background with something that feels global and unique. So the name La Cabonada is actually a play on the word the carbonated. So it's in Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. And for us, we know that the essence of a mocktail is something that's bubbly, refreshing quality, and obviously that tastes great. So it's more than just the bubbles, obviously. It also forms part of our heritage. And the funny thing about this name is we were just sitting on a table late at night and we were talking about the brand and we were writing on scraps of paper, like, what would we name this company? And for some reason, while we were sitting on Google Translate, the word the carbonated and the word la carbonada, which is actually the correct way of pronouncing carbonated in Italian and Spanish, came up and it just kind of clicked. It sounded bold.
With the R.
So with the R, and I'm going to tell you how it actually got where we didn't end up having the R, and it kind of just sounded fun. It was bold. Exactly. It was fun. It was bold. And it had that international feel that we're after. But when we had registered the company, for some reason, we registered it and misspelled the word carbonada. We took the R out. So, and I think we actually ended up making it more easier for English-speaking people to pronounce the word carbonada.
Some of us can roll the R's there for la carbonada. So
I know.
I'm good with the la carbonada. It's
la
good
carbonada.
for me.
And I think also it just allowed people not to confuse it with the pasta. So it worked out a little bit better. So La Cabonada is basically, that's kind of how the funny story of how La Cabonada came about and how it was just us sitting on a table and coming up with some big ideas.
So you spoke about the name, but what got you guys into the mocktail business in the first place? Why mocktails?
So Alhamdulillah, what a unique journey this is. So La Cabonada is actually co-founded by three of us, and it was actually started 3 years ago. It was myself, my uncle Zia, and my aunt Shahina. And I can only actually share my side of the story of, like, one day they'll definitely share theirs and how they actually their journey led them here. But for me, it all started when I was 21 and I was busy finishing my final year of accounting at Wits, and the year was definitely packed with events.
21.
Yeah, when I was 21. So it was about 3 years ago. And my brother was getting married that year. And I was also attending a lot of corporate functions because in your last year of university, especially when you're doing accounting, you get to go to a lot of these companies that are trying to obviously recruit you. And one thing that definitely stood out at all these events was that the table felt always underwhelming, especially for those of us who are not drinking alcohol. The options are like so limited to only a sugary soda or a juice option. There was really nothing exciting and nothing elevated. And obviously there are non-alcoholic options available at the bar, but due to cross-contamination, we obviously never opted to drink anything from there. But also, when I was busy planning my brother's wedding with my cousin Farhana, being the only sister, you get roped into these things. We were trying to search for something special for the welcome table. And we just didn't find anything out there that we really loved or enjoyed. We just felt the juice was kind of boring. And, most mocktails out there that you get to make are literally just using a syrup and lemonade. And that was our concept of a mocktail. And for some reason, my cousin actually came across an Instagram story by Faiza Umar, where she was showcasing a beautiful rose lychee drink called Isfahan. And it kind of blew us away, not just by flavor, but how she was making it and the story. And that kind of led me to the journey of how Isfahan, which is one of the first flavors of La Cabonada that was established, came about. Because when I had done more research on it, it actually hit me and it got me thinking. And we found out that the word Isfahan is linked to a region in Iran known as Isfahan, and that drink is originated
So it's a place.
Yes, it's a place called Isfahan in Iran, and this drink originates from there. And then it kind of hit me, like, why are we not telling stories through drinks? Like, why are we not creating flavor experiences that connect us to the world? And from there, it felt like we were falling down a rabbit hole. We started researching ingredients, flavor profiles from different countries, experimenting in our kitchen. And the more corporate events I went to, the more I saw people like me who were choosing not to drink, whether for religious or health reasons, with no real options beyond soft drinks. And we knew that something was missing. And funny enough, one day at the end of the year in December, myself, my uncle, and my aunt were sitting together and kind of just La Cabonada.
Did Isfahan get to did Isfahan
it
make
did.
it to the Kalima?
Which is what we're basically reviewing. So I think you know the answer to that question. And so I like to say La Cabonada was simply born out of curiosity, culture, and the desire to make a non-alcoholic drink feel just as special as any other drink out there.
Okay, so you said about how you started. Tell me something. I've noticed that you have the two sugar-free drinks that we also spoke about. It's the mango and the virgin mojito. Tell me, are these also inspired by different countries, and why did you choose to make them sugar-free?
Okay, so since the time that we started La Cabonada around 3 years ago, we launched our sugar-free range because simply the demand was loud and clear. Not just from people who also were struggling with diabetes, but also from a lot of people who were choosing a more health-conscious lifestyle. Personally, I myself am on a journey towards a cleaner eating, and I realized there was a serious gap in the market.
One day. But on that note, I do want to share with our viewers and our listeners that if you don't drink the sugar-free ones before you drink the sugar ones, you won't actually notice that it's sugar-free. It's really, really tasty. So it could be an alternative for me, definitely. Just wanted to share that.
I love that you actually said that, and I'll tell you why. Because I myself, because I was on this journey of cleaner eating, I realized there's like a serious gap in the market for sugar-free options that actually taste great without that disgusting aftertaste. And I realized like there were so many products on the market that has that artificial taste, like tartazine and aspartame, and we wanted to create a range that doesn't have it. We wanted to change that. So we created the sugar-free option that doesn't compromise on flavor. And that's why it took us so long. So we do apologize to all of our loyal customers out there. So that's a lot of what people will tell us. Like when you taste the virgin mojito, you don't even recognize that it's sugar-free, which also, by the way, has very little calories in it. And it's just a fresh, clean, and it still delivers on that full-bodied La Cabonada experience.
Luxury, fun.
Exactly.
It definitely has all of that.
And you'll see that also why we decided to opt for a white label design, which just kind of reflects on that cleaner, more refined take. And it's great for anyone who's looking to enjoy a great tasting drink without the guilt.
I absolutely love it. Going back to now the international flavors, and I loved how you said you want to bring international flavors to South African lips. Why did you choose to go with that? Like, why choose all these international flavors instead of just kind of curating your own tastes and putting that out as La Cabonada instead?
So we obviously believe in we believe in flavor as a universal language, and the best stories are found from around the world. And we know that because that's how I explained to you about the story of Isfahan and how this all started. I think it kind of found me rather than I went looking for it, the inspiration and the ethos of the brand. But each of our mocktails is inspired by a different country and culture because we want to take people on a journey one step at a time. Rather than just creating flavors but based on personal preference, we rather draw inspiration from from real places, paying homage to like the streets of Jamaica, where you would walk and you would go and experience like a flavor like pina picante, which is like a freshly squeezed ginger beer, like pineapple juice with a ginger beer combination. Or when you go to Turkey and you go to experience that sour cherry drink. It's our way of celebrating the diversity of a global taste that's traditional to people at home, but also bring us something refreshingly different. And we like to say, you're not just drinking a mocktail, you're discovering a flavor of the world. It's finding the best flavor that fits your needs. It's part of our mission to actually bring global experiences to the local shelves and to inspire people to explore and dream, and most importantly, find their own unique flavor. Because you won't love everything that we make, but you will find your flavor.
I love everything you make. I can't like obviously
Exactly.
I'm tending towards these sugar-free drinks that are on the screen now, the mango colada and the virgin mojito. Very, very impressed with the flavors and the fact that it's sugar-free. Let's hope I can lose some kilos with these new drinks in my life.
Which,
No,
by the way, if I may add to this, you are
yeah,
so accurate on the type of mango used. It is a long ripe mango. So
I
well
knew
done to you.
it.
I
You
wouldn't say that
see?
you're so in, you don't, I would say that you have quite a really good expert tongue and taste, good taste buds. And we'll definitely utilize you for some new flavors that are coming out very soon, which will be
Oh,
launching,
yeah.
inshallah, 2 new sugar-free flavors. And that we definitely
Oh,
urge
that's
people to watch this
amazing. Well, I hope,
on their
inshallah,
Instagram page.
you get reviews by Riz and Salam Media on board when it does launch, inshallah.
Definitely,
We will keep
inshallah.
our viewers and listeners in tune with all of that. Nabeelah, after everything that we've shared, I'm sure everybody is so interested and keen on where we can actually find La Cabonada. Do you have places that are retailing? Do you need wholesalers? Do you need reps? And how do they actually get in touch with you if they want to become wholesalers as well? And maybe you can just share some of the stores or restaurants that actually stock your product.
So we, alhamdulillah, are fortunate. So we are stocked within some of the major retailers within South Africa, like in some of your franchise Pick and Pay stores, in your BPs. We are stocked within the pantry. In South Africa, we're also available online on your Take-A-Lot and your Macro online stores.
Oh,
We've got some
okay.
of our independent guys like Frontline who also stock us. We've got some beautiful restaurants like Moza's in Norwood who also stock us. We've got so many, alhamdulillah, throughout South Africa who are stocking us, who are supporting us. But we're always looking for more reps and wholesalers and distributors to take on our product, because obviously this is such a big project. As an SME, you can never really have enough putting into the market, especially when you're trying to, as an independent small company, trying to push your product out there. So we're always looking for new people. Alhamdulillah, we are able to be in multiple different countries. Within
Oh,
Botswana,
well
we work in Sefalana. Within Zambia, we are within Pick and Pay, ShopRite, and other retailers. We are within
amazing. Well
Zimbabwe.
done.
So we are within Zimbabwe, we're in Mozambique, and alhamdulillah, our product is available also now in Australia. So we're very excited
Wow.
to constantly be pushing La Cabonada to the boundaries, giving it the international,
Excellent.
again, taking international flavors to everyone. But definitely, if anyone is looking to contact us, go and follow us on our Instagram page at la_cabonada_SA. Send us a DM and we'll definitely respond to you. Alternatively, you're more than welcome to WhatsApp us on 060-543-4822. And of course, I'm sure they can get hold of Salam Media if they can't access us, as well as myself on my personal Instagram page, which is at I_am_Bila. On Instagram. And we definitely hope that we hear from you guys. And we always want to push product. We want to get our product out there. And it's all about expanding the market as much as possible so that people know that there are alternatives available out there. And it's not just a product that's limited to our market, but it's available to everyone who is looking for a healthier, cleaner lifestyle of looking
Nabeelah,
for.
I'm just going to ask you to just repeat your number nice and slow for our audio listeners only. We do have the visuals up but just for the audio benefit for our listeners that are tuned in, just can you repeat your number nice and slow in case they need to jot it down?
Sure. So our number is 060-543-4822. Alternatively, you can follow us on Instagram at la_cabonada_SA. And these numbers are also available at the back of your La Cabonada bottles under customer service.
Fantastic. Nabeelah, I think you have a surprise to share with all the Salam Media viewers and listeners today. Would you like to share it with us?
we are going to be doing a giveaway where we're doing a giveaway of a tasting box for the listeners that are listening today, so that we can then offer everyone out there who hasn't yet had the opportunity to taste our product that now they can. And even if you are already tasting our product, you'll now get to experience it once more. And I think Rosina has some interesting questions to
I'm
ask the
going
audience.
I'm just letting our viewers and audience just take a peep at this beautiful taster box. So I hope you guys are tuned in to see the taster box. It's got one of each of the flavors. So if you guys would like to win the taster box, courtesy of Nabeelah from La Cabonada, the first person to WhatsApp me the 3 correct answers to the following questions will receive this gift. So I'm first going to give you guys my phone number so that you guys can have it ready, and then I'm going to ask you guys the questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, drumroll. Okay, save my number. It's 084 505 9145. I'm going to repeat that for you. 084 505 9145. I'm not making it easy, Nabeelah. I'm making it a bit hard for our listeners and our viewers. So the first question will require some investigation and some dabbling into the Instagram pages to find the full answers. But I need a full list of all 9 of the flavors that are currently on the La Cabonada page. So that's 9 flavors, not what the flavors are. You guys have to send in the exact names that La Cabonada actually has. That's all 9 flavors. I've given you guys hints on how to find them. Okay, so that's question 1. List all 9 of the La Cabonada flavors. Question 2, I think, would be really easy if you guys actually listened to the interview. Question 2, what does La Cabonada mean? So that's question 2. What does La Cabonada mean? And the final question, if you guys have a watch, you should be able to answer this one here. What time does the new segment Reviews by Riz air on Salam Media every single Friday? So, guys, the first person to actually answer all 3 of these correctly and send it through to my WhatsApp 084 505 9145, be ready to receive a lovely taste box courtesy of Nabeelah from La Cabonada. Nabeelah, do you have any final words before we say goodbye to you?
Yes, so Jazakallah so much for Razina and Salamida for having me. And I just want to take a moment to say a heartfelt thank you to our family and friends in our community who have supported La Cabonada from day one, especially my dad and my mom and my brothers, and my beautiful auntie and uncle. You know, your encouragement, feedback, and love has been the fuel behind this journey. We are so grateful to serve you, to share our flavors with you, and to grow with you. And to all the young girls and women listening out there, especially those who are dreaming of building something of their own, I want you to know that there's a space for you in every room, even in spaces like manufacturing where we are not always seen. You are capable, you are creative, and your ideas are valid. And don't wait for permission. Start where you are and with what you have. At La Cabonada, we're just proud to be part of a new generation rewriting what's possible. One bottle, one flavor, and one bold dream at a time. And inshallah, remember us in your du'as, and we hope that you follow us on our journey.
So, guys, ladies, if you are inspired, you can follow Nabeelah on her personal page. It's I am Bila. Nabeelah, Jazakallahu khair for joining us this nice and rainy Friday afternoon here in Josie. We're wishing you all of the best. We're making dua for the barakah of the brand La Cabonada. And till next week, inshallah, that's all from Reviews by Riz. Till next week when we have another review ready for you. Jazakallah khair to the Salam Media team as well. Till next week, I'm out. It's Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.